Oh, error. No, my build zone's changed. Today, I will be XML editing my build zone. Right, crash course, how to XML a workbench. First, we find this random picture. It has all the tiles, their numbers, and the picture, so we know which tile's which. And I am looking for, I go into my tile folder. We cross-reference the picture. I'm looking for Arid Island 1912. Then we swap over to VS Code. Okay, this is the tile data. And what we want to search for is, see these things, edit area. This is what I'm looking for, edit areas. So space hanger, and then I don't know what edit to is. Basically what you want is this thing here though, size. I'm going to do the first one and hope that it's the one I'm looking for. And the biggest you can make these go up to is like 256. There's also this grid size. Nobody knows what grid size does. I've asked and nobody has any idea. So your X is like left and right. Or, yeah, left and right. Y is forwards and backwards. And then Z is up and down. I'm just going to make them all 100 and see what happens. Save that file. Because this is a tile, you have to quit Stormworks and come back. You have to reload everything. Okay, we're loaded back in. Hopefully it's this tile. So I think that looks like exactly the same. And then this looks exactly the same too. There is workbenches over here that might have got caught up in this. So we'll have to come and look at these. This one's like whatever crazy tall for some reason. And this one's just normally square. So I think this is to do with the grid size. So back in here we've got grid size 2. All the tutorials will tell you to change that to 0. Although nobody knows why. So I have to edit that, save it. It says space hanger, but who knows? Who knows what that means? We're back again. Here we go. See how my build zone is suddenly massive? But the thing is, I only changed the size, right? X, Y, and Z. So I made it bigger in every direction. What I didn't change is this line here, transform. Inside transform, you've got things like rotation, vertical height, left and right, forwards and backwards. I can't remember which one does which for all of these. But what you'll notice is when we go back into game, if I turn on world view, this is the starting block here. So that's like the middle of my build zone. If I go down, oh, still inside the build zone, still going down, still going down. We're still going down. Okay, there we go. That's the bottom. So I clip through the floor of the world, through the ocean, through the other floor, and then it's the middle. So you just got to be careful about what you're spawning in here. Like where you're spawning it. The reason I need a big workbench is because I want to work on this. Since nothing in Stormworks is working, I'm gonna build this. And what I wanted to do was just a little bit of decorative stuff under here. I had thought maybe just like these little crisscross segments maybe. Also, I'm in symmetry, which is bad because my symmetry is like over to here. Yeah, the symmetry is no-go. I just wanted to give some extra detail to the bottom, so I think I'll just do like crisscross pattern. And I might need one on the very back. And then I think I'll just like cut it off. Maybe it should go into a wedge. It could go into a wedge at the very end, couldn't it? I see no problem with this. Now that does give me this kind of weird front segment. I think I'll just do that. I think that's kind of nice. You get a little bit of extra detail. I might do another one in here on the very edge. Makes it look a bit more like an I-beam, perhaps. And then I really want to make those like little cubes. See how this is like a little cube? So I need to figure out how wide this gap is. 89. What is half of 89? Or what is 89 divisible by? In how do you do maths? 89, it's basically 90, isn't it? Which means it's probably not super divisible by anything really nice. What is this gap? This is a 9 wide gap. So what if I do a 9 wide gap here? It might work out okay. Oh, it did. They're all 9. That's perfect. I'm going to put a wedge at the back so it's like consistent, and hopefully the wedge means it's not going to interfere with the back of anything. Yeah, I think that's a really good solution to like just adding detail without really adding too much. Bring it right out to the edge like the other sides and put another little wedge on it. I had started looking at ribs and all my other boats. I looked at my rib, my lifeboat, my tugboat, and I thought I might be able to do something with them tonight, but everything's broken. Everything is broken in some way. That looks really cool. I think it probably doesn't even need to be painted too much because it already gives off that full shadow effect the whole way through it. Oh yeah, what I wanted to do though is pull these ladders down. So when the platform is all the way at the top and it's above the water, I think it would be nice if you could use these ladders. So we'll get rid of a lot of it, I think. So it looks like it's hanging, and I can use pipes. I don't really like pipes. I think pipes look a bit crap. The alternative to pipes is manifolds, which is like, I guess it's still a pipe, but it's like a maybe less crap looking pipe. It's still pretty gross. What else is there? Manifolds? Actually, I like that a lot better. They're all rubbish solutions, to be honest. What about rockets? Rockets is too thick. What about the new relief valves? There's one of them, this one, the fluid one's got a stripe on it. Oh, they look like vases or something. I'm gonna do pipes, and it's gonna look bad, and I'm not gonna do anything about it. Bugger it. This is like kind of an unnecessary thing that I think could be helpful at one point. There will probably be a time where I fall off and I wish I could just climb up a ladder. So that will be reachable from the water when it's fully at its height. All my decorations are done. So now I need a big H. Big helicopter. I think I'm just going to do one H, because if you imagine you had 2 helipads side by side, you would feel the need to land 2 helicopters on there at the same time. And that is obviously going to end badly. So what I'm going to do is put one H right in the middle. One big old H. Now I think I need quite a dark green for the helipad. I'm going to do a green helipad. I'm just going to replace the orange. There you go, helipad. And we'll do a grey edge, I think. Nice big fat edge. And then over in the corner, I think a 45 is probably okay. Might be a bit too fat, but it's hard to tell right now. Copy this, spin it, go back up. Go across, paste that in. And I probably need to do something about it here as well. Ooh, whoops. Whoopsie do. I've got these little edges now at all the points where we go into a 45-degree angle. Except the corner at the back, because it doesn't actually go into a 45, it's flat up against it. Now I need yellow. I'll do a single stripe or a double stripe, or just a stripe that's further in. I think I'm going to go with a very long continuous yellow stripe. We'll need to do some zigzags here. Oh dear. I don't want this wedge, this corner, to be really fat. So I've painted inside a little bit, but it means I'm going to have to paint this top section as well. That might even be still too much. Get rid of that guy and put another paint in here. He's a bit fat. Lay off the pies, buddy. That's okay. It looks a little fat. That's better. That's better. Yep. So I've got my line. Tells you it's a helipad. I might need the yellow line to go on the other side as well, because you could approach it from the other end, from the other way. I'm guessing it's like you leave gaps within these lines for where entry points are, or walking areas maybe. Alright, so an H, big old H. How big is the H? And so the H doesn't need to be massive, and also which way should it go? So the direction of the H is which way you approach from. So if it's facing this way, then you approach it from C. If it's facing sideways, then you have to come around. But it would mean, if it's facing sideways, it would mean that you're, yeah. It should be sideways, 100%. Because then your approaches from both ways don't go over anything. And I think it's going to be 3 or 5 wide H, because it's going to be a big old H. And its width is also going to determine its height. Doesn't need to be this wide though. I like this distance. So what is this? 1, 2, 3. I should use blocks for this. From that line there, it is 22. So from this line here, $22. It's a big looking H. Too tall, I can already tell. No H should be this tall. It probably needs to be 7 wide actually. I'll do it 5 and then we can make it wider, it's no problem. H. Yeah, it should be 7 or 9. Let's go 9. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then H. I need to figure out how much space is across here. 21. And then I should go 21 up and it'll be very square. H. There's a good looking H. I don't know if I want to circle around it, because I've already got this line that's determining this whole thing is the helipad. I just need some kind of line around just the H. Something like that. I think I want to have some diagonals, which might mean I have to push this square out a little bit more. 5, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I might also do this double width. Which is better? Thin line, fat line with a octagonal edge. And then if you figure out how wide this gap is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Up here from the middle, you go middle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's got gaps at the top and the bottom and the sides. I think I'll do that, and then maybe even make it a bit... I think I'll make it fatter as well, like a 3 wide stripe. I reckon I can get away with bringing it in one more. And then it starts going up on an angle 1 block out from the edge, so... like that. It should be 7. Yep, it is. And then 2 down. I should definitely save this. I've done so much painting. And now it's just the edges that look real weird. They need to be fatter, don't they? Like, not even just properly painted. They just need to be fatter. It's going to be a lot of this. So copy, paste it down. Flip. All right. Is that too fat? It is, isn't it? Damn. It's too fat. Unless I just make the... whoop. Fixed. I'm a problem solver. It's funny how this went from a 1 wide line to a 4 wide line. Yeah. Excellente. Let's copy that. Give her a flip. Do that, do this, do that. Why is it in the wrong place? Realize you've screwed up. Go back, do this, do that, do this. Boop, 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 boop. Get rid of that. Perfect. Perfecto. I'm just going to add some legs way out over here. So every time it spawns on land, it's like got something to support itself with. It's not just going to keep falling through the floor. Here we go. Here we go. So, you know, just imagine. That thing's so cool. I'm so happy about that. Oh, jeez. What is going on here? Fly, helicopter. Fly, you fool. Fly. Okay. Imagine you've just been out on a mission. You're in the helicopter. I'll put a button in my helicopter so you can just be like, oh. And then the platform will start to raise up out of the water. Unless it was already out of the water. And then you come in like a pro helicopter pilot. And you do a big flare. It's a good H. It's a bit, maybe a bit of a long H. It might need to be a bit shorter actually. And you know to land like this, because it's the way the H goes. And you can land wherever you feel like on this helipad. And then you, I forget what all these buttons do. But obviously my brakes don't work. Yes. It's so easy to walk across this. It's actually, I think I need like some kind of warning hazard line up here, because you don't know where the edge is. I should, I probably should put a ladder on here. But how do you, also I need a button, maybe an emergency button down here that can reset it. So that you don't have to like find a way to fly up here every time. It's good, eh? Whoa, whoa, what is all this crap? Excuse me. What? What's wrong with this game? I think I'll just take this grey colour and we'll go around the edges. I don't want to paint any of these rails or too much of like this main beam because I think it looks nice in white. I could use the plain fill, but I don't trust it. I know it's up to no good. Maybe actually all of this should be grey because if it's like steel, why would it be white? Or should it be orange because like rescue? The picture I referenced a lot for this is from Metal Gear Solid and it's orange in Metal Gear Solid because Mother Base is orange. Okay, so I've done like the very edge in grey so that it matches with the top. And I'm going to use one of these oranges and just do all the framing in orange. Maybe the ladders might be grey. Although, I mean, if they were ladders, it would be nice if you could see them. So maybe orange ladders is good too. I'll change it if I need to. Basically, we're going to go orange, everything orange. Okay, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk the plain fill. I don't like it, but it might be a lot quicker here. We'll see how much I have to fix because of it. I wonder if I could replace white with orange, but then it would replace all the insides as well. There's so many different areas. Imagine trying to paint it all by hand. It would have taken me forever. Building big stuff is kind of crap sometimes. Kind of a rough job. I think it's done. I think I've got all my orange in. The support, what are these? The safety rails, they're supposed to be white, so that's good. I think there's some bits in here that I need to turn grey. The insides of these tracks that you can see. And then maybe on the bottom, there might also be something on the other side, but I doubt you would ever see it because it's like behind all that stuff. Better paint it just to be sure. Okay. What's next? I need like some kind of lights so that you can see where the H is. I don't think I could put little lights in here that are really close to the H. I don't know. I think there might need to be some urgeburs. Take some urgebur lights and put these in the corners of the H. So I don't know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. So it's kind of a little bit further away from the actual landing pad. Gives you space to put your helicopter in there. Oh, I probably should have done this before because now I might have to go and paint again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Close enough. Okay, so those will be like always on white lights. Then what I want is some lights that can light up the whole deck. I have done a bit of thinking about how I'm going to do this. So we've got two options. Option number 1 is a spotlight like this inside the deck, and then it rotates probably like 45, so it's kind of glowing across here without fully sticking up. And what I can do is tilt the spotlight so that it's shooting directly straight across the deck, if not pointing down a little bit. The other option is just jam a bunch of spotlights on like that. I like option number 1. I like the spotlight idea better. The problem will be like finding a space below where I can cut in and not have it look real disgusting. I think probably even coming right out beyond the yellow line. It's probably the way to do it. And I've got my Z symmetry on, so what I should do is like measure from here and then replicate it on the other way as well. So I've got spotlights kind of all the way down, and I'll copy these onto the other side as well. So I'll build one and then just flip it onto the other side. I'm going to use maybe I'll use a stretch spotlight. Do you think that'll look nice? I'm just going to hop over to the other build zone because it's smaller and it will load faster. I'm going to have to start it pointing up. No problems, but it just is something to be aware of. Like that, because otherwise I'll run into the issue of the spotlight wanting to not interact. What am I saying? There will be a hitbox. There will be a hitbox issue if I spawn it facing down. And then I want to get rid of those. I'm going to take my... I'm going to need a controller for this. Spotlight pivots. Spotlight power. Spotlight on. Light tilt. X, I need value 2. I'm going to, for now, actually pull this out and have 2 keypads. What do you think about that? I thought it would look better than that, to be honest. Oh, it's already on. Great. So I think maybe 5.5. That is not the way I wanted it to go. Negative. And that's also too much, so 0.4. This is not going according to plan. I know what I've done wrong. I wanted it to be more like that. So if you imagine this is the deck here, and then I guess I'll need some blocks there. Not that one. Pivot 0.5, or is it less? No, wrong way. Negative 0.5. Something like that. A little bit more, maybe negative 0.6. Yes, yes. Because now it's like in the thing, but let me change to nighttime. See where it's going? It's like shooting up into the air. 0.2. That's pointing up into the air even more. Negative 0.2. There you go. And now it's like blah. So if you were a helicopter, oh man, you're still going to get blinded. We need to go even more aggressive. Negative 0.5. See, if you're like floating about up here or flying a plane, you don't want to get blinded. So I think that tilt is actually like directly level because we're 0.5 or 0.6 and 0.5. So if I went 0.7, it shouldn't be visible from up here at all. Well, it's a little glowy, but it's nothing bad. And then if you're landing, it's real in your face. So maybe I can get it even further down. Just -1. Because I don't want you to be like landing and getting blinded. Even though that's kind of what's going to happen. Do you think that's a good idea? I think if I stretch some blocks into it, it'll be fine. If I just take this block behind it, let me set the real numbers. So the comp tilt was full -1, and the spotlight was 0.6. There are those, and then this block here, that one, needs to be like 5 across and 3 deep. I was close. Paint that white. You shouldn't see any goofy stuff. Okay, there's a little bit of goofy stuff. I could do this. Get rid of those. It's very quickly becoming a mess. Yeah, that's quite good. And like even better is that whole thing can just go down and just disappear. Do I want to automate this? Automating it would be kind of cool. I'm going to automate it. So to automate, I need to steal the logic from maybe from this. This is where I did it first. So horizontal, vertical, light, clock. Take this, take that, copy that. Now, on here, I already have rotation values, vertical and horizontal rotation. Perhaps I should just take these labels, horizontal rotation, and just call this vertical rotation. And then this one, a composite. I don't know. -1 for the tilt and -6. So basically the clock here just turns the light on automatically. I only need one of this clock. And then all of these other white blocks, I think I can just delete them because I only need the XML'd ones. Copy that whole thing. And then to put this wherever it's going. Yeah, that's really good. I can just jam it anywhere. I'm going to run into issues if I put it where the line is. So I might have to bring it in a bit further. I'm going to run into issues with XML parts. I might build a little control box somewhere that can like just be a nice looking thing. Connect that. Connect those. It should. Oh, it's not gonna hide itself. What have I done? Oh, you know what I have done? I have not deleted the pieces that need to be deleted. I'm a silly Billy. These pieces here. And then you could even make the argument that there should be wedges in here. So actually what I need is a switch box, because all I'm doing is turning on the lights. So when the lights are on, we're gonna rotate. The tilt can just always be on because like who cares? You're never gonna want to have it facing up. Oh, I've botched it. I've botched it. Oh, where is the spotlight? Is it perhaps under this janky looking piece of whatever that is? So I changed the time through the custom menu. What I want is, I want to get real close to my time so that it can like automatically happen. It's not going to happen, is it? I'm going to have to manually do it. Ooh. Ah, that's cool, man. Maybe that's not good. Let's see. Huh. I'm looking at the helipad in Metal Gear Solid, okay? And it's got no building like directly on the other side of it. Maybe the range will cut off when it's up here though. It's not the worst. What is this line? What's happened? I think it looks really good, and it maybe is not good as a light. It's too bright. It's too bright. It's too bright. Wait, we can solve this problem. It's been so long since I've used a light that actually needs additive color. I think that solves the issue. And then the other issue was that the yellow stripe is being chopped out because of that block there. That block there exists because... crap. That exists there for some reason I don't remember. So like that's what I need. If I line up with the other side, let's just put them all in. So I want to know how far from the center of this ladder to the edge. 22. So from here, then I need to cut out those 3, I think is all. All of this needs to go on the other side as well, which is probably going to be different. Press U to flip that way. Oh no, I've still got a line. A line that I need to follow. Cut out those bits. Okay. Alright, I should be good for all logic now. Or I should be good to start all the logic, is what I mean. Look at that. Ah! I wonder if the spacing is good between them over there. But it lights up the whole thing anyway. And there's going to be these little lights here that turn on. It's so cool. It's good. It's a good amount of light and it's not too bad. I could maybe try and turn it down to more of a black because it's a grey at the moment, the additive color. I might as well. See, the more you turn it down, the more you're left with this little. Can I see it? I don't know if maybe they got rid of it, but usually there's like a little glowy nub thing. Also got some problems with behind. What I'd probably have to do is stretch a yellow block really far across it. A yellow block, yeah, I would have to stretch a really long yellow block across it because it's only one line. Or, yeah, I would. Anyway, let's go daytime. Ooh, they all disappear. Isn't that cool? And maybe I should just leave these lights on all the time. I don't know if they need to flash or anything. I need like a beeping alarm. Not an annoying alarm though. You just want one that maybe beeps once when it's going up and down so you know something's happening. And it would be good to get a light. Or like the sound of something happening maybe. It's got a bit of a jump. What's up with that? Is it just the whole thing getting flicked? It shouldn't be able to come off the tracks at all, so I don't know if it's like just speeding up and then jumping off. Be easy to see from over here. See, when it comes up, is the whole thing moving or is just the helipad moving? It's kind of the whole helipad moving. I could slow it down, but it's one of those things. It's like, do you really care? So yeah, I just need a, what is this? To here would be half. 1, 2, 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5, 6. 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3.5, 7, 8. Okay, so I need 2 of these, right? And I need them to be, oh, no, yeah, okay, that's right. They need to be like that on the very outer edge. Merge in, you silly block. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's that one. Okay. This part is really not necessary, but it does kind of give it a more finished look. Where are the spotlights? Where could they be? You might think there are no spotlights. But they are here. There's a little bit of white. I should turn that into grey. I think the front is grey, but it's like you're shining a light on it, so it's hard to see that it's actually grey. That's really good. Very, very good. And then we go back to daytime. They all go away. Very happy with this. Very happy. What I need is an emergency button on the platform, on the deck somewhere. And then maybe also a button down in the water. Ooh, what is... That's not good. I think I can paint all of those bits orange though, except that yellow bit. I might have to build some kind of thing that just covers up that. But it looks really cool from below now, eh? It's a really simple technique. Just do a crisscross lattice thingamabob. And it just looks like it's been engineered to be strong. I want to be under it when it's going down, see what it looks like. Ooh. Okay, I've got one more thing I want to do today. We're going to change over to orange, and I need these fluid ports. I could do some here. That might look nice. I don't know. I've been told, right, that pipes can't hold water in them. So doing that, does that give me access to water? I always thought pipes could hold water, but apparently they can't. So I'm just going to try it with these two. I do not like that they made these so small. Where is North Harbour? North Harbour, I think it's further down, isn't it? Can they just like name them, give them better names? What I was gonna do as well is just look in the file for this, look at the data for this tile and figure out like what orientation maybe the workbench is on, and then that would let me line this up perfectly with the workbench in terms of rotation. Maybe even height, but definitely rotation. Oh, look at where the ladder is. Okay, wait, I'll get into game. I think I can pull it up a little bit. Okay, so let me jump down here. I didn't connect those lights. Look where that ladder is. Is that in the ground? Ooh. Yes, it's exactly where I thought it would be, like just then that minute ago. It's so close to the ground, but it's not in the ground. And then we can summon this. It is being summoned. I'm also being summoned. I really thought water was gonna come out of there, but I guess not. Only air came out of that? Some kind of hissing. What hisses? Ah, getting up that ladder though. That's awesome. Will it like... I guess it's storing some water. It's just not storing as much water as I would like it to. What is that about? The pressure update wasn't out when I originally had this idea that it could like spew out water. All it's doing now, most likely, is when it goes into the water, there's already air in those pipes. And then the air inside the pipe is getting compressed by the water pushing against it. So when it's coming back up, there's actually just a lot of air and a very minimal amount of water. And then it's the air that's rushing out. I think that's what's happening there. And I'm not sure if the pipes are doing anything about holding water. The solution is probably to take one end of the pipe, the fluid port, and poke it up on the top. And that way, as it goes down into the water will come in and force the air out the top. And then when it goes the other way, it'll force the air it's coming up into will force the water out the bottom. Then we can spawn a boat. This old tugboat. It floats okay, so the pressure update hasn't done too much to ruin it. Having massive problems with the steam system in it though. It's just not starting at all. I mean, it's starting, but it's the way they've done steam now just doesn't work. Well, until they get everything really sorted out, we're just going to keep working on add-ons and maybe design things, visuals, because none of the mechanical stuff is going to work until everything gets fixed. So, yeah, that's all we can do. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.